Big Ten softball between Minnesota and number 22 Washington as the Huskies win 7-2. Welcome to the Smith Fieldhouse in Provo, Utah. Featured with some great programs here the next couple of weeks. Muldaney on the D-ball. Cooper Keene with the chicken wing off the basketball hoop up top. This is an old facility constructed in 1951. It's got some quirks up top. And when the ball comes off your arm this hot, it's hard to dig. In fact, Bill Russell, when he was with San Francisco in college, played a game here in 1953 as a sophomore. BYU won that game. The next 2 years, the Dons won the national title as that one hits the antenna from Dylan Klein. 16-12 now for BYU here in set one.
Well, if you're USC, you just want to keep this close. Don't let BYU get any more points ahead. Just kind of stay steady in the side-out lanes and try to find your groove offensively. They're still hitting 0 as a team.
Trevor Herget, freshman. The stumble by Sterling Foley to do his best Neo impersonation and get out of the way.
Well, you can see these two teams just trading service errors. They are bombing from behind the line because they know how important it is to disrupt that offense.
Tyler Herget trying to better the ball. Free ball swing. Just got stuck in Keene's arms like it had glue on it.
That's a lucky break there. You can see Mosier. He knows it. Didn't intend for that to go exactly that way, but he'll take it.
Keene's like, are you serious? Cole Hauser, one of the 4 seniors for BYU here on senior night, coming in to serve. The senior from San Diego. He's talked about how he's not a member of the sponsoring Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but he's felt really welcome at BYU, enjoyed his 2 years here. Wesley Smith, by the power of Grayskull. He looks like He-Man or Hercules. I can't decide which one.
Either one, that's not bad
I know,
compared
right?
to. But look at that height on the swing, even with the middle fronting him. Well, not really. He kind of missed him there, but a huge opening in Smith, a ton of court to hit into.
Dylan Klein, nice serve at 63. Cross court, seen. Trent Mosier puts it through. 2 for 2 for Trent Mosier, who has an interesting story. 2 years at BYU, goes to Grand Canyon last year. They cut the program. He comes back, and he's really thought, it told us last night, even at Grand Canyon, he'd think about the BYU crowds and BYU, and so good to have him back in Provo. He's had an outstanding senior year. Wesley Smith just throws that one down, cross body. Right now, the middles have been amazing. As we look at Trent Mosier's timeline there. I mean, I don't know if he bought a place and just rented it out the 1 year he was gone, or he's still renting. But yeah, BYU, GCU, and now the leader offensively with Connor Muldaney, also a Grand Canyon transfer. The GCU Cougars, the BYU Lopes, whatever you want to call them at times. They brought 4 dudes over as AJ Cottle gets the kill. The volleyball team likes to joke he's the real AJ on campus in reference to AJ DeBonsa, expected potential #1 pick in the NBA draft that played for the BYU men's basketball team. Dykstra with the pass up. Here's Keene over the top. So physical for the freshman on the right side.
And Dykstra, a great pass there to get that up to the net, allowing Blanchette to really create offense, get a one-on-one so Keene could get that kill.
Keene had an ace last time around. Ooh, USC thought that was in. We might have a challenge here. We'll see. Nygaard didn't move a muscle. Never mind.
He turned his head a bit, thinking about it. But Keene, you just see that power. He's hitting right around 70, 75 every time he serves.
That's incredible. Here's Taylon Jonathan Tufunga, the junior from Long Beach, California. Tremendous server. 38 aces on the season. Back row to Dylan Klein. Oh my.
There's an example of that incredible athleticism. He gets so high. He's able to elevate. He's got a whip of an arm that finishes so fast. And it doesn't hurt that there was a double block that had jumped with Tompkinson.
Now you may be wondering, well, didn't he go under? The ball had hit the ground and the play is dead, so he can land and go under and he's not impacting anybody. And If your foot goes all the way across, that's a violation. But at that point, the play is dead because that hit was amazing. 21, exactly. Connor Oldaney. Tompkinson smashes that out. Point BYU. And that's a big miss because it's up 5 with 3 to go now.
It is
largest at-large pool we've ever had, which is awesome for the sport in my opinion. Chambers with the kill, 23-17. BYU sprinting to the finish here. Last night, it took a deuce set for BYU to win.
Right, and on the heels of a serve, right? Oldaney blasts that one, forces the overpass, and BYU is really able to transition it.
Rare that you get the point after the other team calls a timeout. I think in this sport, you ice that team in a way that is probably like high 80s, low 90 percentile. We did see a sub of significance a moment ago. Sterling Foley out, Christian Connell, the sophomore from San Diego, in. One-on-one as Trevor Herget puts it away. Wes Smith did not come over in the block for that. Set point, Brigham Young.
Well, and what a performance in this first set as you see Herget hitting a one-on-one. That block and serve from BYU has been fantastic.
Out come the Sharks. They can smell blood in the water. Good serve. Right at Connell. Klein goes sky high, and Sean Olmstead tries to get out of the way. The former BYU national champ libero. By the way, David Niffen last night had a dig after the ball went out, UC Irvine coach, that went back over, and he's like, that's a point. He still got it. Set point 2. In system this time. Mosier in the breadbasket. Connell there, doesn't go over. BYU wins set 1, 25-19 as they continue what they started last night. It's against USC. Set 2 on the way. Dylan Klein into the net. Graham Jordan, Amy Ganton, our crew with you in Provo, Utah, on the George Albert Smith Fieldhouse, Elaine Michaelis Court. BYU beat USC last night for its first top 5 win of the season. You have to go back to 2024 for the last time they did that. Finally got over the hump in that regard because they have played tough against Hawaii, Pepperdine, and UC Irvine. Finally got that top 5 win as Cooper Keene comes inside for the kill. So what does it mean? It means BYU is in 4th place in the MPSF, a game behind USC, and gained some confidence. Sean Olmstead telling us, hey, we finally got over the hump on that. And they are hosting the MPSF tournament in a week and a half. That's a semi-final kind of matchup where BYU finally is like, oh, we've done it before. Oldaney looking for hands. USC, no touchy.
Well, and you think about last year, Pepperdine hosted that MPSF tournament. They ended up rolling through it and then got all the way really far into the final of the NCAA tournament as well. And so for BYU to be hosting at home, they've only got to upset a couple.
Kept alive by Christian Connell, trying to keep Jackson Fife sleeping. Oldaney. Let's see if USC can turn this. Tough set. Tipped over.
That's a great
what a play. It was probably the worst set Caleb Blanchett's had all weekend. Accidentally gets a poor touch there, and they still get the kill.
All right, Connell comes in and just powers that through. Maybe the fact that it was such a poor set, it ended so far inside that the block for BYU didn't expect it. But Connell with a start in this second set. That's a big load on his shoulders.
Oldaney, this is out. The bench for BYU helping Jackson Fife out there. Connell did a nice job on the play before, by the way, of catching up to that, because if it goes over to BYU's side, they might have called a double. You can't double over to the other side. 3-2. You can double on your own side, though, now. That's a new rule the last couple of years. Mosier on that serve. And a big block by Oldaney. 3-3. The Grand Canyon transfer with the stuff.
And Oldaney, again, obviously it is the end of the season. He's comfortable there on the right side, but he's a player that had played to the left, had to play on the right side for BYU. They needed him, and from the very beginning, just very comfortable, did an excellent job.
Dylan Klein flying out of the back row. He was asked by a reporter after a recent match, how are you so effective tonight? And he said simply, I hit the ball really hard. Yes, he does.
I jump really high. I finish strong. I'm very smart. He's an overall fantastic volleyball player, just such a high IQ as well as that athleticism.
Trent Mosher counters out of the back row with the Bic.
Right, there's that same play, just pushing it a little bit over, about 3 feet from the setter, and you see there's nobody there. That block for USC, they've got to be on their front row hitters. And so that seam in the block allows that back row to come in flying.
Is that contagious right now? We're not seeing the traditional kind of straight up centered Bics, the 30s as you were talking about?
Well, I think
just to the left?
Right, you get the Bic is right off the middle blocker. So wherever the middle blocker goes, the Bic goes, right? That 30 is very spade specific, where it's right in that shot, and hopefully that seam gets picked off.
Christian Connell's first serve of the weekend. Did not play last night. Had 27 kills as he played. Didn't play last week at all. So first action in a couple of weeks. Trevor Hergen is blocked. He gets such elevation, but sometimes that ball comes down and Parker Tompkinson puts a tall block up.
On the block last night for USC, when they started to roll, it was on the heels, on the backs of the blocking lane, specifically those middle blockers getting up and over and taking away a lot of space.
BYU early, triple zeros, hitting USC 600, 4 for 5 with 1 error as that one goes long from Connell.
And a very different, I mean, it's early obviously in the second, but SC hitting 600 right now in this second set. It's BYU that's hitting 0.
Klein pulls it off the block. He's 5 for 6. The senior from Pacific Palisades. AVCA National Player of the Week because last week he was 5 kills per set at 580 against Stanford. In fact, in the second set of one of those 2 matches, 10 for 10, no errors. You were there for one of those 2. You saw it in person.
Yeah, fantastic. He's one of fan favorites in the country.
Good hustle by Connell, but it goes into the 3rd row. Nearly hits former BYU Athletic Director Tom Mahomo. Good to see him in the house.
And great effort. Keene almost got a hand on that, but you look at that effort.
Took out 3 chairs. Now, one of the greatest saves I've ever seen in here in like the last 20 years was Micah Ma'a of UCLA jumping over the front row and saving a ball in the air and then landing and then kind of jumping back in, getting on a play. It was crazy. Micah Ma'a been kind of in the mix for backup setter with the United States. Tremendous player. He's hilarious on social. As we'll see our first challenge of the evening. They called that one out. Jeff Nygaard pulls out the green card in challenging touch at the net. MPSF has not said this particular thing, but in women's, the Big 12 did here of you can just show C with your hands.
Well, and I think that touch may be on the defense. You see Old Danny trying to go for that and then pulls it back.
Oh, it hits it. Yeah, it absolutely redirects. USC should get this point. That's a great challenge. So you're right. It's not even close to Gavin Chambers, but it's definitely watch the ball redirect.
Well, I don't know.
That time it was hard to see. The other angle.
Oh, this is so tough.
This won't be your redirect angle. The other one was, yeah. So watch the ball. The ball turns a little different here. Watch.
Oh, wow.
In super slow-mo. No. But that first look, yeah, I believe it touches it. But I believe is not the criteria. I saw it clearly. And that's what Miley Jukes is paid to do. New R2 tonight with Miley. Gigi Prieto gets both R1 calls last 2 nights. And they're going to give it to BYU. Did not touch. Okay. Inconclusive is that kind of 45-degree angle
slash
that she showed. Yeah, the slash, exactly. So couldn't see it. That first look, I felt like it. And then the more you slow it down, it's going to be harder to see extreme movement when it's frame by frame. But Miley Juke says no. Line judges, by the way, Kevin Willett, Dan Swenson, score Amy Swenson.
And this is a critical point. You know, you look at it's only 7-7, 7-6 in this second set, but a lot on the line. So much momentum is carried by these points. These 2 are trading just back and forth side outs.
NCAA men's volleyball uses USA volleyball rules, so they have 3 challenges, meaning 3 incorrect ones. Ooh, Fife and Tyler Herget kind of run into each other there. Hopefully they're both all right. Trent Mosier gets a reset and then pings it off at Keene.
Well, and look at this effort on both sides, and you look at Coach Olmstead talking to his players like, hey, stay with it. But great job from Mosier, who was on his backside, right? He fell during that to get up quickly and then make a great swing down the line. And credit Tyler Herget, who's been setting fantastic so far in this series, just pushing everything to the antenna. Oh, and looks like Cooper Keene took it in the nose.
He got Scott Sterlinged. They actually shot that video, if you've seen it, in this gym, and so hopefully he's all right. Yep, getting the nose plugged up there. You just mentioned that Tyler Herget played well last night. His top 3 assist games are all against USC. That's crazy, right? Last night was the 3rd most assists he's had. They're all against the same opponent. For whatever reason, playing USC is a good thing. I guess it wasn't last year. But in 2024 and then last night, it was.
But
did you have opponents like that where you're like, oh, I really like to play a certain team, they have a certain system or certain personnel where it's like, I play well against this team?
Probably. I don't remember
I'm
last
gonna guess.
week. Let alone
Colorado State, Air Force, Wyoming, all of them.
I know.
All of them were good for you.
I think playing Hawaii was always a big one.
Yeah.
Right? They were always really good. But
Good
you look
whack
at Cooper,
battles.
he's so tough there on that right side. There's no time. There is no time to move. If that ball goes down the line, you just really have just 1 second, especially when it goes through the hands of the block in front of you.
So it's a left nostril, to be precise, as Trevor Herget goes long. 8-8. That ends a 3-0 scoring run for BYU. Caleb Blanchette. I think he was just told 4, and so he's trying to target number 4, Trevor Herget, right there. Hunter Oldaney gets the touch. 9-8. Out of system, no problem.
And that's exactly the plays where the pass isn't there, and BYU can find a way to score huge. Just a terrific swing. Not a lot on it for Oldaney, but high and just expands the court with the touch.
Sometimes Skeletor gets one here and there, you know what I'm saying? Keene with 1 nostril gets the kill. 9-9.
And a very different set in the second set. In the first set, BYU started and rolled. They really took that energy from the crowd, and you could see that USC just really struggled to get anything going. This time, it's a quieter set, just back and forth, a little more calculated on both sides.
Trent Mosier with the kill. A.J. Cottle drew a crowd, and Mosier found the seam.
And you look at Mosier, last night especially, just took on that leadership role as we look at that one-on-one situation. A great choice again from Herget, but Mosier is that player who just has been leading this team in the front and back row. A great senior captain.
Klein blocked. High and tight for Keene, off the dome of Cottle and out. 10-10. Trent Mosier, by the way, 6 for 7, no errors. It's been fantastic. Dylan Klein, 5 for 7 with 1 error. Tied up here in set 2. BYU won the first by 6. Cottle. Tompkinson had the touch. The diving stab, no good. As USC takes the lead 11-10. Back and forth we go as Christian Connell gets his 3rd kill on 5 swings.
And Connell again, just high hands, extending the court. And although BYU's defense is quick, they can't get to that one.
Why does it feel like USC has like 20 outside just waiting to come in?
So good, right?
A.J. Cottle off the block. His story's pretty fun. Came to BYU camps growing up, always wanted to play at BYU. They didn't really have a spot for him, and so Sean Olmstead said, hey, go to school at Utah Valley, play on the club team, get some experience. He goes on his 2-year mission to Argentina. He comes back, and now he's been a force in the middle for BYU. Now, then he goes 10 for 10 against UC San Diego. He breaks his thumb. Last night he jammed another finger, and so he's got him taped up. out here looking like a Vulcan with all that tape on his left hand with the recovered thumb and everything. It's a wild time for him in the block. He said Dylan Klein got him last night.
Oh, that's not surprising, right?
I was like, only once?
Well, and Dylan Klein hits from such a high angle, right? It just kind of pops the top of your fingers. And it's amazing that more things don't happen.
Oh,
These
gosh.
tiny digits we're putting up with 80-mile-an-hour swings.
Yes. I did think it was weird that you taped your fingers tonight, even though you're just talking, but you're always in the gym,
right?
ready to go. Yeah. Dylan Klein never got it over. But doesn't he just look like Spud Webb in the dunk contest in the 80s? He's way taller than Spud, where he's just kind of floating. Hey, what's up?
He's got 20 minutes to really pick his shot.
Like read a book. Little Quicksilver action. 13-12, BYU in set 2. Tompkinson. Mosier wasn't a very high set. Wasn't able to get the angle down.
Right, and that was the one where he was trying to go for fingers, but there was nothing there. Not much he could do with that.
13s for number 13 serving. Tenth service error for the Trojans. So in terms of MPSF tournament seeding, in 8 days from now, Sean Olmstead as the host coach, the last year's host coach, Jonathan Winder of Pepperdine, and the commissioner of the MPSF, Poti Miller, they will Zoom and come up with the seeding. Not everyone plays each other twice, so it's uneven. So they have to just decide what the order is of seeding and who the two teams are that won't be in the tournament.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's reasonable to think that it will be two of the D2s. But that decision will be up to those three dudes. Kept alive here. Klein. Fife on the dig. Herget had it blocked back off him, and USC gets the point. Media timeout right here. Trophy.com. Be part of the 10K or 5K race and post-race tailgate party. And gets blocked, but out as O'Daney gets the kill. Will Caleb Williams, the Chicago Bears quarterback, be participating around Soldier Field then? Will he run in that? That's my question. My son the other day threw off his back foot in our flag football practice. And I said, hey, you got to get your feet set. He said, not unless you're Caleb Williams. It's like, okay, dog. He's 7. How do you? Oh! Oh, my gosh. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Dylan Klein just committed a murder.
That was huge.
Wow.
Look at his reaction. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, it's what I do
it's
all
what you do.
the time.
Dylan Klein.
What a swing.
So quick. Man. That's making the big show tonight. Someone goes out. You know that's making the big show. 16th. Important set here, mostly for USC. I would think, big picture, BYU's not content here, but if they got a split on the weekend, the damage has been done. They got the one. You've defended home court. They don't want to lose on senior night. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking like momentum at the end of the year. Ace! And that one was touched unnecessarily. That one's going out. And sometimes you're just in the way.
Well, and sometimes it's so hard. You've got that split second to decide on the distance and the trajectory. Connell elected to go for it, and you definitely want to go rather than let something fall in, but that one may have been going out.
That ball spin is hypnotic. Oh. The touch, the feel of cotton. The fabric of our lives. Wow, Wes Smith, so soft.
And I think you're right, this for SC. This is the time for them to make a push. Dylan Klein behind the line, fantastic server. If they can be the first to 20 here, get in great position to take this second set and hopefully tie it up. That's a rough miss, and you could see him backing off on that swing just to make sure he kept it in, but that's a rough miss.
So if USC came back and won this, BYU's got the confidence of, okay, we've done this. USC needs this way more than BYU, because USC has played exactly one game outside the state of California, and they lost it. And they're coming back for the MPSF tournament. The good news is, if USC wins tonight and then does well next week, they're in position for a top 4 seed. The top 4 seeds host 3 teams in 4 different pods in the NCAA tournament. And so USC is hoping they're one of those top 4. You get a bye in the first round, and then you would play 5v12 winner. They could stay in California, be home. UCLA hosts the semis and national championship. Now we're talking. But as it pertains to the MPSF tournament, they've got some things to figure out here. 19-18. So this set is big. You don't want to go down 2-0 on the road as Mosier goes into the net.
Well, and
Couple errors for him.
Yeah, noticing for BYU is they've struggled a little bit offensively. They're slowing down their offense. Herget is not setting with as much tempo, and you can see that those pin hitters especially are kind of waiting in the air. They're not in that rhythm and that flow. So this timeout, hopefully they, can get that back and do a lot of good volleyball.
Prince Adam on the serve. Cotto is blocked, 21-18. Parker Tompkinson with a big deflection there for the Trojans.
And that right there, a big point. You look at the elevation from Tompkinson getting up and over. But right now, SC going up 3, really close to closing out this second set.
Neither team had led by more than 1 point from 3-1 until this sequence. Oldaney, BYU needed that one. 21-19.
And Oldaney just continuing. He's got 6 kills, hitting 364 for BYU and in rhythm, even there on the right side. And in row 1, they're able to find that quick side out.
Mosier misses, 22-19. Trojans down a set, trying to tie this thing up. We'll see Andrew Chapin come in to serve. He's got 1 ace on the year. His brother Zach serves for Pepperdine.
Well, and he's going to come in and set so that USC can have a little bit of a bigger block with Noah Roberts coming in as well on the right.
Didn't see Noah last night. First time this weekend here. And that's an ace in it. Have you in position at 18-18. But USC 2 points away here. Andrew Chapin out of the timeout. That is a BB. But out. 23-20.
And USC will unwind that double sub. And get right back at it. We'll see if Tufunga coming in. Fantastic server as well. If he can get BYU a couple and try to tie this up. So many sets last night with these two just down to 2 points.
Tufunga, the typical outside starter, coming off the bench tonight with Trevor Herget in the lineup. Blanchette, Tompkinson, diving dig by Mosier. Big swing for Trevor Herget. Goes over the top, Teen with the tip. Dylan Klein, free ball from Blanchette, who puts some spin on it. Trevor Herget didn't have much of a block up, and he made him pay, and now BYU within 2. And 04. BYU's been in the national title game, though, in 13, 16, 17, 21. Klein in, and BYU has cut it to 1.
And good job from Tufunga. You can feel him backing off a little bit, just going for location. Obviously, him backing off is still a 68-mile-an-hour serve. But, he's keeping it in play and trusting his defense.
Got 38 aces on the year. Gets after it on this one. And it's an ace, and we are tied at 23. His 39th of the season. Timeout SC.
What a swing from Tufunga. He hits that ball so hard, and there isn't a better spot for that to land. Just getting that sideline, and what a job off the bench. 3 in a row from Tufunga.
Dykstra was on the move. I think he thought it was going long. So he leans, and he thinks, oh, it's going to go over my head and out, and it is well in. And so that ball goes down. You see the reaction of the crowd pointing down. Hey! And we have another deuce set. 2 of the 4 last night. 4 deuce sets, and now Set number 2 here.
And that's really tough. 23-19 is one of those scores that kind of burns in your mind as one like, okay.
Dykstra flies in to pass that one. Tompkinson cuts it, and it's set point Trojans.
Good set again, and even that for Tompkinson was too low. He's so high, and that set was a little low. We'll see if Connell can finish this off for SC.
Crowd into it. Keeps it in. Good pass, Herget to Herget. USC into the net. We are going to extras in set 1.
You mentioned the crowd. They are deafening right now.
It's got to be 4,000 plus in the gym tonight. Better crowd than last night. Typically Friday nights tonight. Blanchette high for Dylan Klein, and it's out.
You can see Jackson Fife. He knew right where to go defensively. Dylan Klein has an amazing 4-4 shot, incredible angles, and Fife tries to jump into it, just misses.
He's at the 10-foot line, 4-4, like you said. That's crazy. Tompkinson, crowd getting loud again. Good pass up to Herget. D-ball for Oldaney. The block was nowhere to be found. Great selection by Tyler Herget.
Good selection for Herget, but if you're Oldaney, your heart dropped a little bit because he almost hit that ball out with no block up, but gets it and ties it up. We're going extra points.
Oldaney with a match-high 8 kills. Here's Trevor Herget, who can spin it 75. 73, but out. Set point number 3 for the men of Troy.
Blanchette back there has a bit of a float hybrid serve, so BYU's going to jump up and look to take this with their hands.
It's deep and way out. We had a 30-28 set last night. We're headed that direction. BYU won that. In deuce sets on the year, USC 8-9. BYU now 13-12. Gavin Chambers, the sophomore from Corona, California. Tickles the tape. Klein! Nearly the identical spot where Jackson Fife was a moment ago.
Oh, and that's where you see Coach Olmstead talking to his block. That shot right there, drop your hands, get over and really take that away. That's when sealing the net becomes so important.
Cottle specifically there?
Yes.
As the middle. Set point 4, Dylan Klein. Best server on the team. Trevor Herget skies out of the back row. 27s. What a set.
Oh, and look at these. They are amped up. Look at the height that Trevor Herget is able to reach on that play. Terrific choice of set from Tyler Herget.
Into the net from Herget. He's upset. Set point 5 for USC. If you hear "I have the power" from Wesley Smith, you will know why. That one went over. Oh, Cottle keeps it alive. That was supposed to be the set. That's unbelievable.
You see the bottom drop.
Over from one set to another. We've seen the exact opposite at times. It's hard to know.
I think it's serving. Who wins this serving battle is going to win this third set.
Nygaard calling for more from his team in that regard. How about a left-handed offering from Klein? Trevor Herget has to retreat to get the free ball. Keene with both nostrils. He's got the power back. 1-0 USC.
And another beautiful swing from Cooper Keene. Keeps it high, right? He's going to go into the periphery of the block if they're going to touch it. He's not going for low seam. He's going to keep swinging high and hard.
His dad, David, played football at Stanford. Mom, Arcadia, played pro beach volleyball, AVP and FIVB. French national team. Got the bloodline. Nice cut by Trent Mosier.
That's the player you circle right now for BYU. He struggled a bit in set 2. They missed his offense. If he can get going a little more, start leading this team, that'll really open up that offense, get a few more points, what the Cougars need.
Had 3 errors in set 2, to your point. Dylan Klein kind of got it with his forearm, but it still works. 2-1.
And again, that shot right there, just kind of easy, may have jammed his quad a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of slapping his leg a little bit.
Let's get going, right?
When you jump that high and come down hard, get that triple parachute like Artemis 2. That one goes long from Cooper Keene. We're glad you're with us. Jerem Jordan, Amy Ganton, our crew in Provo, Smith Fieldhouse. Good to see Heather Olmstead back in the Fieldhouse. Just finished up a tremendous coaching tenure on the BYU Women's team, now with USA Volleyball. Her brother is Sean, the head coach for the men's team here tonight, so out to support. That one goes out. 3-2 BYU. You talk about a volleyball family. Their dad, Rick, long-time respected official in Southern California, was the high school coach for Karch Karai's team that won CIF. I mean, he's holding baby Sean Olmstead after they win the high school state title. They go back. They've had other siblings play volleyball, BYU as well. So a tremendous volleyball family, the Olmsteads. Sometimes you get a phone call in the background. You go, yeah, I know I'm on TV. They see me. 4-2. Tompkinson. What is it with the beginning of sets and the establishment of the middle for USC?
Right.
Because we haven't seen it at the end of sets as much.
Exactly, but you see right there, just reminding, hey, blockers, right? You've got to respect the middle of the court. If you can run and win the middle of the court, you're going to win the match, because that just opens up the entire court, pin to pin.
Mosier off of Tompkinson and out. Mosier now with 9 kills. Tompkinson's parents both played volleyball at UC Santa Barbara, who, by the way, reportedly are going to the West Coast Conference. We think that means they'll stay in the Big West in men's volleyball, because WCC does not have men's volleyball. Not too many leagues out there. As Tompkinson gets the kill. His sister, Auburn, good player at Texas and Illinois. She's 6'5". He built, by the way, with Noah Roberts, his teammate, a Ford GT logo, 1,468 pieces. Pretty good. Pretty good. Plus, he has to lean way over his 7-footer to do that. It's different than when you and I do it. It's not the same.
Another for BYU. You see Coach Olmstead clapping on that. That was not the ideal situation. Very out of system as BYU's passing, struggling. They're not finding that rhythm. But to be able to score when the entire gym knows where that ball's going, really impressive.
Connell staying in there. Line swings hard, but out. 4th error on 16 swings.
And that for SC, I think, is critical for them in this 3rd set, just controlling those hitting errors, right? Keeping the ball in play, making BYU's defense make a play rather than hitting out.
7-4, Brigham Young. Dykstra, good pass to Blanchette. Back row for Connell. And goes off the block of Gavin Chambers for the point. Sometimes it's so quick, both teams are like, which side of the net was that on? And really, only the hitter and the blocker know first. Takes a set. Mosier tools it off the block. Wes Smith kind of stumbling out of the block with Cooper Keene there.
Well, and that's the first time we've seen Mosier tool the block, which is something last night in their win he did about 8 or 9 times. Just really controlled those tight net plays. Great control.
When he was a freshman and sophomore, he would go to Taco Bell every game day. He has graduated to not doing that. And I've tried to take that burden from him. Went to Grand Canyon, came back to BYU, got married while he was down in Arizona, his wife Austin.
That may be the reason for the Taco Bell change.
That. Liv Moss is what I say. Trent Mosier down the line. Always nice when the guy we're talking about scores. It's just good TV.
I mean, look at that push again. When Herget gets that ball all the way outside, that gives Mosier so many options of where to swing, and he's got all kinds of different shots. When you get him the set to make those shots, he's going to get a kill every time.
We call that swing the Yo Slater Kala here. Just square to the corner, hit line. As Wes Smith puts one down.
Well, and here's the play that's interesting, and it almost quiets the crowd a little bit because blocks and defense kind of get them going, but it's first ball kills, back and forth and back, and that's really high-level volleyball.
Wes Smith struggled last night. 5 kills on 14 swings. He's 5 for 6, no errors tonight.
And serving, as Coach Nygaard said, serving the best on the team.
Mosier on the right side, goes long. Sean Olmstead came out to be like, should we challenge?
Yeah, that was a tricky
And Mosier's like, nah, it was up.
Well, and you look, BYU in row 1, a lot of times that's a really difficult rotation to score in because you've got your pin hitters switched. And sometimes they don't hit as well on one side of the floor. So look for O'Daney to get this one because he hits well on the right and the left.
O'Daney to the corner, as you mentioned. And you know what the challenges have done, not only in baseball, but volleyball and everything else? It's eliminated the liars.
Yeah.
You just can't be that person. Because if you lie, you lose the challenge. You got to be, nah, I touched it on the ball. Nah, I netted. I hit it on. Don't challenge. And the fewer liars there are, that's better for society. So I'm all about it.
Do you want the challenge play all over?
More challenges.
You're up for Big Brother.
In real life, no.
Recording everything.
No, not that much. That's already happening. You know, when you're just talking about whatever and then suddenly it's an Instagram ad for you. Like, what? How did that happen? 10-9. Herget smashes it off the block.
That's a good eye swing from Herget as well. Can you see that set died a little bit inside? Usually that's death, especially when you're with great blocker like Tompkinson. Because he was able to hit those high hands, he got a lucky break and it tooled.
Herget had 7 kills on 11 swings in the third set last night. O'Daney was 8 for 13 no errors. That was wild. Klein still live from A.J. Cotto. Wow. All those yoga classes were worth it. Tompkinson. Oh, we got the kill off the block, back off of him and over. The ping pong worked. It's a pinball. So first off, look how long A.J. Cotto is.
I don't know if that was up, but that he did.
Block off the shoulder, off the touch of Chambers and down.
And you look at Tompkinson yell across the net. Those mean more, right? When you had to suffer in the face.
Yeah, a little level of sacrifice, never hurt anybody. Back row to Mosier. Are there moments where, and maybe this is just for the setter, but as a hitter, where you're like, maybe a frustrating moment there, you're like, set me the ball.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Mosier right there, like, give me the ball in the back. I need it now.
And I think you want that. As a setter, you want someone to turn to you and be like, right now, here's what I want to see. Set me. You got that confidence.
Outside hitters are like wide receivers. Just, hey, give me the rock.
Well,
I'll carry this thing.
Actually,
the divas of volleyball.
As a middle, what I loved was being up with my setter at the net because you have their ear right there and you just talk. Here's what I got planned. Right?
And then you rarely get the ball. You need a perfect pass. O'Daney, good placement. Catches USC off guard. He set it over to area 1 and the scramble drill was on. 13-11. Heady play.
All right, great defense. There's not much O'Daney can do, but because there's no libero in there, right? He's not going to be able to take that shot.
Jalen Klein dug up by Trevor Herget. Mosier dispatched it out. BYU claims touch. I don't think there was. Oh, they say there's touch. They don't even need to challenge. Wow.
Well, and that's the one where you're like getting better and better leading into that conference tournament.
And we'll see you for those the week after here in Provo. Can't wait. All day volleyball, especially in those quarterfinals, as Keene goes long. 15-11.
Okay, this is a point reminiscent of maybe that fourth set last night where it's up to USC right now to kind of slow down, right? Get a side out and not let BYU get any further ahead. The wheels can't come off here. They've got to stay steady.
Nice read by Wes Smith on the serve. Flying off the block. Keene stumbled, was on the ground, gave a great effort to try and get it over, but ultimately BYU up by 5 now.
Right, and if you're BYU right now, foot on the gas. Don't open the door, right? Keep the serve in, keep that pressure on, and try to get a few more points.
That was 76 miles an hour and into the Roar the Cougar student section up top.
Or just bomb it hard.
It's Caleb Blanchette on PSF all-freshman team back in 24. That Scott played basketball at Air Force, seemingly against BYU, perhaps in the WAC or Mountain West back in the day. Mosier tools Keene again.
Hey, smart again from Mosier, recognizing the set that he had. It died a little inside. He didn't have much he could do with it. Had he swung, he would have been roof. So he waits for that block to get there and then tools it out of bounds. Very heady play.
Trent the tool man Mosier, question mark? Is Wilson over the edge of the fence? Howdy, neighbor. If you know, you know. Mosier over the plane.
Ooh.
That doesn't get called too often.
No, it really doesn't, and that's a tough call. It's got to be either back row block or over. BYU's not arguing that much. Tyler Herget's arguing, obviously.
And he said, did it cross?
Right.
And Gigi Priato said, yes. I said, get back over there. Now she's good. Johnny Dykstra. Instead, Connell. Triple blocked. Reverse flow to Connell. Noah Roberts with the attack, and then Mosier hits it out.
That was incredible.
It was out. So what is Sean going to challenge here?
Yeah, I'm not sure on that play, but Mosier definitely.
Yeah, that's out by a mile. So what is? Oh, the challenge of net.
Somewhere in that play.
Yeah, it looked like net at least, the signal. Not in out because it's way out. The reaction was so strong that he must think there was a net at some point.
Well, and you love Mosier and his ability to block that ball and while he's in the air, still take it and tip it. This is a huge moment, I think. BYU wins this.
So earlier in the play.
But for SC, this is a big moment. Ooh.
I think Connell's elbow there. Yeah, net's rocking. So that would be the moment. So we'll see what the delineation is from Miley Jukes.
You look at this current set. BYU only up 3 despite hitting close to 400, where SC 8 for 8. Oh, 562, really impressive.
Had last night's stats up in a second.
Either one, but you look at 150, SC really, that offense not firing as much as they did in that second set.
So I think it's Christian Connell, 13 she says, so there you go.
And great job, Sean Olmstead, right? These coaches on the sideline, there's so much going on for them as far as what they got to pay attention to in the gamesmanship and trying to figure out to keep that tempo and momentum on their side.
And it's not meant like this, but I love it, is the, yeah. I did that.
Right, yeah.
We did that, but I called that, and we got the point.
And it's more of a, whew,
yes,
okay.
The relief of that. Wesley Smith, insert He-Man pun.
Well, that's what SC needed right away, right? Right out of losing that, get a quick, perfect pass, first ball kill, and get Wes Smith back on the line. Top scorer right now tonight for this USA team. This rotation they want to go with.
6 for 7. Muldaney gets a one-on-one because Cottle draws Tompkinson there.
Well, and that's the play again. That's that row one where we said Muldaney's there on that left side. And you saw Herget, he knew he scored the last time they were in this position. He goes right to him again to get that kill.
Noah Roberts has been in there for a minute. Off the bench. Dykstra. Nice set to Connell, and he gets the kill.
You know so much about Dykstra, just such a fantastic libero to watch. Great teammate, works so hard, is a terrific passer, but also a great defender. So he's kind of got both skills going for him. Does a huge job on the court keeping his team in system.
And the hair is so Manhattan Beach. It's fantastic. 1915.
Oh,
Kept alive by Connell. And hittable for Roberts at the last second, calls it off. Connell, slam dunk.
That's the play. And USC wanted a throw on that, but I think you've got both middles kind of doing that. We're seeing that on both sides.
I agree. I think Tompkinson has had a few. Connell gets some.
But as a defender, oh man, the throw is just so frustrating. Like, it is so hard to dig.
And not challengeable, by the way. That's just completely up to the ref. Blanchett. Connell out of system. Popped up by Dykstra. Tompkinson bump set to Roberts. And that one slammed down by Chambers.
Well, that's what they're on. You could see how Chambers finished. Are they going to call net on that play?
Klein said to Jeff Nygaard, hey, challenge that. So they're going to look at a net, I believe, there.
Well, just the way that you could see on that play as he was coming down, everything about it said he probably netted, but is he 6'9" and able to finish and then still pull? Yeah, I don't know. He still pulled.
Looks pretty clean from that angle. We'll look around.
What raises alarms is that it went down with such force, right? And he was able to
too good. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of, right? He came down with it, but then you think, he's 6'9".
Okay, earlier in the play, because they can look. Ball's the one that hits the net. I think he's clean on it. I think he entered the Chamber of Secrets and exited with a basilisk tooth. That's what I think he did. Anyone else excited for the TV show, Harry Potter, this Christmas?
I don't know.
One book per season.
I heard they made a very good Audible as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be
I've heard that as well. So another look. Looks pretty clean. Yeah. They're gonna keep it with BYU. So USC down to one challenge.
Well, and what does that, the question is now for SC, does that deflate you a little bit, right? And then you look and say, we're down 6, right? Do they have that fight in them to work their way back 1 point at a time?
Do the USC Trojans fight on? Is that the question you are wondering? We're about to find out because that's the mantra. Let's go. Great pass by Klein. Tompkinson blocked by Chambers. All over it right now. Connell, touch. That went down, yeah. Whistle comes. Good initial defense, but
right, and
no
Gavin
cover
Chambers
there.
just doing work in the middle. He was able to slow down Tompkinson, and nobody has slowed him down all night just to stop that ball. Here we go. If you're SC, just one at a time. There's still plenty of time to play.
Chambers 4th in the league in blocks per set. What he does best. Connell off the tape. Herget. Two-step approach. Stumbles backward.
Approach.
Touch. Herget to Herget. Back row to Mosier. Good up by Noah Roberts, and then the free ball over. Trevor Herget flying in. Connell's there.
What a
They
touch.
can set this. This is for the point.
Oh!
USC gets it. They've done that multiple times on the weekend where they make a great play on the initial dig, and it's not just a free ball. They actually hit it.
Right, very hittable, and that play alone brings so much energy and momentum. You see every player on this USC team breathing so hard. That was a long, hard-fought rally.
Klein had to stop on a dime and just go up from there. Timing was off, still made it happen. Herget smashes that off the block. Danny, someone netted super hard as Klein and Tompkinson stumble. Luckily, they're all right. It was USC into the net. But more of these kind of errors that Jeff Nygaard was talking about.
Oh, it was good. Klein pulled. because he didn't want to get tooled, which was the right play because Oldani was going for that shot. But as he pulled, because he's 20 feet above the tape, he got caught.
Joust won by Blanchette. That's what setters do. They win the joust.
Oh, interesting. And great job from Fife to pop that up, but BYU in the net.
I believe it was Trevor Herget, 22-18. Sean Olmstead has talked about how we get 4-set leads late in sets and we don't close them out. They did a nice job last night doing that. Can they do it here in the third set? USC nearly blew a 4-set point lead in set 2 of 23-19. Good up by Connell. Free ball from Klein. He and Connell nearly ran into each other. Trevor Herget pounds one.
Well, and that's for BYU. That one right there, you get a free ball. It's called that for a reason. You better detonate, get that point. And Herget does it.
Timeout USC. Second and final for Jeff Nygaard. And the men of Troy. As BYU on the front foot here. The end of set 3 up 23-18, hitting 500 in this set. USC 207. Trent Mosier with 15 to lead the match. Connor Oldani second with 11. Trevor Herget and Dylan Klein have 10 kills each. And BYU in control. BYU came into the weekend having not beaten a top 5 team since 2024. They won last night in 4. They are tied at 1 and up 5 in this one as we take a look at the wild swings and hit percentage by set.
Right, but still really high-level volleyball. And you talk about BYU getting that upset win last night against SC. And whether that affects the MPSF tournament or whatever, I think what it does for BYU is give them a confidence win. And obviously the game is so mental, right? How you feel about yourself and about your team affects how you play. And for BYU to have that confidence and going into those last 2 weeks of the season, that could transform their season.
BYU is probably out right now, like if Joe Lenardi did bracketology or whatnot, or someone did for men's volleyball. I would guess that BYU would be out of the kind of at-large picture for the 5 at-large, 12 bids right now. If they get a win tonight, they enter the chat a little bit. And then next week, what if they take 1 from UCLA? They're firmly in the conversation of playing some of the hottest volleyball in the country. That's getting ahead of ourselves. But last night started what they hope is an avalanche of momentum at the end of the year. 23-18, Dylan Klein, that was way behind him. Mosier, Connell, Klein, over the top. He is not getting in-system good flow swings as Mosier gets one. Set point BYU. How about Trent Mosier? 9 kills in this set, 9. 13 of the 17 in this set from either Mosier or Trevor Herget. Is the students in this crowd are on their feet trying to go up 2-1. Trevor Herget, 78 miles an hour. He could have been pulled over on I-15 for that. Wow. Is that Daredevil in the stands? 25-18.
So if you're SC, it's tougher to block.
The Grand Canyon Cougs getting it done. The 2 chances there. Oldani goes cross court off the block. 1-0. Set 4 here. And BYU up 2-1. If you're just joining us, it's great to have you. Jeremy Jordan, Amy Ganton, our crew. BYU won the first set 25-19. SC won 29-27 in set 2. BYU just won 25-18. Cougars 1-4 last night, trying to do it again here. Wes Smith, pushed by A.J. Cottle. Jackson 5. Mosier tried to tool it off the block.
Double.
They didn't call it. They didn't call it a double. They're going to challenge it if they don't get the point. So does the ball not lie? It does not. Jeff Nygaard was off like, why didn't you call the double earlier?
And the whole team.
It also happens to be the USC kind of signal, by the way. The two just up there. Yeah.
They're just cheering.
They're used to that.
Well, and I think so important, you look at how critical this first point is. Yeah.
BYU knew it was a double 2.
Oh, yeah.
Their body language is like,
okay, keep going.
Whistle?
Hey, play the whistle.
Oh. Mosier. on the right side.
This is all about that momentum from set 3. BYU wants to just take it and keep running and almost increase that intensity, get the crowd involved, try to get USC really off balance and make it go so fast that they can't kind of get their grip and fight their way back in this fourth.
And there's Noah Roberts getting the kill. His second on 4 swings.
And we've seen so many, a couple different players obviously come in for USC, just showcasing the depth of this roster. A lot of fantastic players that could come in at any moment and make a big impact.
Well, Roberts' career high is 19 kills against BYU in 2024. Herget, the soft block, pulled by Christian Connell. Been watching some Trent Mosier here. Nice play, 4-2 Trojans.
Oh, they want them to challenge net.
Check that, 3-2, excuse me.
Danny was sure that Connell netted. We'll see.
So he's got 3 challenges, why not?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think BYU netted. They landed.
They review, I think, actually, you guys did. Now, with challenges in the different sports, to me, the NBA has the best challenge system. You can basically challenge anything, and they'll just go look at it and be like, hey, it was actually a foul. It'd be nice to get to that point where they just, hey, I think volleyball's got it pretty good as we look earlier in the. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there
Remember Herget going, yo! So Noah Roberts was way into the net. That's going to be a net violation. Good pull from Harrison Collier, our producer, and our crew on digging deep into the play there. So here it comes from Miley Jukes. Number 2, Noah Roberts. And so Sean Olmstead might be headed to Wendover later tonight with how he has been playing the challenges. It's a very regional reference.
Yeah, you're pretty
to
niche.
The Nevada border to the west on I-80. So flip the score to 3.
Oh, that's some juice, right? That's when you got that adrenaline going. And A.J. Cottle had been playing great in the front row. You saw him really blocking well, slowing down the defense.
It's -5 points for Gryffindor. That's what I say. 3-3.
That's a Ginger reference? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Nice
Christian Connell, area 5 into the BYU corner.
And Connell coming in for Sterling Foley.
Which totally disarms my Matt Foley references. Just extremely disappointed.
They're carrying a big load. Both these outside hitters, obviously you've got to be there passing. You've got to be that big outside hitter. It's mentally such a challenging role.
Old Danny was not going to be one of the passers, and it went right to him. Klein blocked. Yeah, BYU point. The disconnect with Dylan Klein, don't call me Colin Klein, K-State, and Blanchette has been intriguing and interesting this weekend. What are you seeing that's not happening?
Right, I think you can totally tell that just the flow, right? That comfort, you're on that second step, the set's right there. Just if something's a little off, it's really tricky to find that rhythm.
Nobody up. Good job by Parker Tompkinson of drawing a crowd. If Dylan Klein is not going to have great connection with Caleb Blanchette, it's going to be hard for USC to win it. He's got to be good. You got to have your best player playing decent. Last night, he wasn't bad from an overall kill perspective, but it was his second lowest hitting percentage. Just an inefficiency that we're not used to seeing with him. Chambers inside the campfire. Johnny Dykstra looks like the guy that would bring the guitar to that hangout.
Oh, he'd be good. He can do everything.
I bet he'd be great. I'm gonna bring the chocolate. 5-5. How about the end of set 3? Is that one dumped? And then Tompkinson.
Yeah, that one, I think if you're BYU, you're shaking your head a bit because for Blanchette, yeah, he called his own number for the first time, which really surprises BYU, but it wasn't the dump that he had anticipated, and yet it falls.
No, Roberts got a pass on that, but it went down. That was a laser from Trent Mosier.
And there's an example right there. Tyler Herget, team out of system. The setter puts you right back in system. Terrific set from back in the server's corner. You see, even with the triple block, he pushed it all the way to the outside and allowed Mosier line, which we've seen tonight, his favorite shot.
By the way, Caleb Blanchett has 7 kills in 68 sets. It just doesn't really happen. So that was a surprise, but he didn't get the kill on that particular one. Wesley Smith did. Former #1 high school prospect by Volleyball magazine. Ace!
Whoa, where was the passers for BYU? And that just discusses all that communication. Who has the seam, right? Do you have the seam on your right and I have the seam on my right? You've got to talk about the guy next to you.
My other right. Sky high, Klein still alive. Got to get over now. Caught it with the tip. Tyler Herget with the touch on Klein. And this time Klein just whacks one. 9-6 Trojans in a must-have set.
And BYU out of sorts, and I think it's the passing, right? You look at Blanchett, he doesn't have to hit it hugely hard, but it's where he locates it. Serve it where they have to talk about it, into a seam.
With a slider there. Mosier again. Triple up, they know it's coming. Still gets the kill. Mosier with 19.
Right, and if you are BYU, your job, Tyler Herget, is to find the hot hand. It's no doubt. Right now, Mosier, set him every single ball because he is really feeling that and in a good groove.
19, second most he's had all year as that one goes long. Season has 22. 10-7, Men of Troy. And Darren Klein, team high, 24 aces coming in. Sky high from 5, Cottle cuts it out. Had a big window. Timeout BYU, 11-7, USC up. Cougars will talk it over here. Natty.
No one setting.
What do you mean, AJ Cottle's all over? No, Roberts off the triple. 12-7 as USC pushes the pedal down.
All right, and BYU in row 1, right? So they've got Mosier stuck on the right side, O'Daney on the left. This is a tough one to get out of.
Mosier gets the kill. Trent Mosier up to 20 for the senior. Again, these seniors will be honored after the match. Because BYU is hosting the MPSF tournament, it's just a little different emotionally. It's not the last match here. BYU could have up to 3 more. They make a run in the MPSF tournament as Mosier puts it off his wrist into the net. So at least 1 more guaranteed in the quarters coming up in a week and a half. So every match starting this week in the next 3 weeks, just massive for both these teams as they play each other. USC Pepperdine, home and road next week. BYU at UCLA, MPSF tournament after that. NCAA tournament after that. AJ Cottle hooked back up. We'll see if BYU can climb into the field. USC firmly in the field. Just whether they'll be hosting a first-round game. Again, top 4 teams into pods of 3, where the top seed gets a bye, and then they play a second game. So, for example, the 1 seed would play the winner of the 8-9 in theory. No, Roberts heating up.
Right.
5 for 8.
Roberts, again, that's the shot right there. Those high hands expand the court. Doesn't have to be super heavy of a swing. You don't have to have angles. Just use what you've got in front of you, and that's a huge block.
Roberts, the redshirt junior from Seal Beach, California. O'Daney over the top. OTT. 13 for O'Daney, hitting over 500 tonight.
And just the height. O'Daney, again, that reach and that whip of an arm. You love the contact he makes when he swings.
Overpass. You had to cut it to 3. This one out. But BYU digging into the deficit, paying off some debt here.
And BYU urging the crowd to get a little loud. They want some of that energy that this field house brings.
One of the top places to watch and play a volleyball match in the country. And there's some really good ones on the men and women's side. In the men's game, every year it's Hawaii and BYU as your top two attenders. And opponents love coming here to take on the hostile crowd and typically a very good match. And it's wild how poor USC has played in this place. In this century, they have 2 wins in this gym, which is crazy. Going for a third tonight. 16-11 timeout BYU as USC trying to get this to the overtime of volleyball, the 5th set.
Well, and I think you make a great point. You talk about the confidence that BYU will take away with some victories, but if you're USC, you're thinking we got to come back here in 2 weeks and hope to win the whole thing. So they want to feel very comfortable on this floor, winning, feeling like they're playing their best volleyball.
You'd like to think that UCLA is going to be the 1 seed and Pepperdine's probably the 2. We'll see how next week shakes up, but what if BYU goes on some crazy run with USC and UCLA and they climb out of the 4 spot into the top 3? Then they would avoid UCLA in the semis should they get there. To me, it's you got to go through UCLA to win this thing. BYU might argue you got to go through us at home here. But Pepperdine 1-2 here, USC trying to come back and win this one. It'll be a really compelling MPSF tournament. So you saw the standings there. There are 10 teams in League 2 won't make it to the quarterfinals. That'll be determined by the committee of Foti Mellis, the commissioner, Sean Olmstead as the host coach, and then Jonathan Winder from last year's tournament host coach. They will come up with the seeding. And they'll come up with, it's not just the standings because not everyone played each other twice. It's uneven that way. But right now, you look at those standings and you go, as of now, you can kind of take those standings and just go, okay, top 8. Now, BYU likely in the 4-5 MPSF tournament against Stanford. Doesn't really matter if you're the 4 or the 5. Oh, they're the home team. Well, that's in Provo, so we're kind of the home team from BYU's perspective. So we'll see what that looks like. But what if BYU goes on a crazy run here the last 2 weeks of the regular season? O'Daney out of the timeout. Nice swing, 16-12. Does the Oppo have to have the best broad jump on the team? I would think so, right?
Well, I think given the importance of the D-ball in the game, right, you have to have a very dynamic opposite hitter. They've just become so important to the overall offense. And when you're going to utilize the D-ball, and especially a player like O'Daney, who that's his MO, right? He's not 6'11", right? He is a great jumper and hits a high quick ball, and so he can utilize that broad jump as well.
Speaking of, Trevor Hurts up to that one. Passable. Mosier goes into the net. He's got to get the ball over there.
But you saw that coming. That's always a tricky one. You could see as Mosier's trying to locate it, spin about 360 degrees, and then kind of orient himself to the net.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
Right, and clearly he wasn't going to go hard, so we thought just a nice off speed.
Look at Parker Tompkinson fake the quick serve there. That was unique. O'Daney gets another one. So the broad jump leader at the NFL Combine this year, all players. Ted Hurst, wide receiver, Georgia State, and Eli Stowers, tight end from Vanderbilt. For a tight end to do that, 11-3. Do you think that O'Daney's like 11 or 12?
I think he or Trevor Herget could
I would love to see it. What's your broad jump? I don't think these guys are maxing out because we're seeing them go almost 10 almost every time. Wesley Smith throws it down.
Well, exactly.
High five.
You've got BYU arguing lift, but you know what? This is the game, so let's go.
Was that no look? Did he just no look that hit? What in the Patrick Mahomes was that? 18-13.
Oh, look at that jump from Herget.
Klein into the right spot. They've done that a couple of times.
Well, and
19-13.
Yeah, exactly. Klein obviously jumps well, but the precision on that swing. He could locate. He knew exactly where he was going to put that ball and made it look so easy.
Tape tickler from Tompkinson. Cottle. Still alive from Dykstra. Don't call him Lenny. Dylan Klein wipes it off of Tyler Herget.
Yeah, nice try, Herget.
What a play. Okay, watch Dykstra here on the dig. Oh, baby. And then wipe you very much. No block up because they went up on 2 with Tyler Herget. So AJ Cottle's like, look out below.
But at this point right here, USC in control. BYU's got to go on a run. It's got to be now.
2014. Back row to Connell. Touched by Tyler Herget. No one could pursue it. 21-14. USC up by a touchdown. By the way, that reminds me. For you at home, or you, Amy, can you name the offensive coordinator that coached at both schools that coached Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks? How about the standing float, by the way, by Dylan Klein right there?
Yeah,
what is this, his family reunion?
I think your answer is Norm Chow.
It is Norm Chow. Very nice. Very nice.
I was here when he was here, so that's kind of cheating.
So Ty Detmer at BYU, and then USC, Carson Palmer and Matt Leinart.
That's good.
And Norm Chow was here 2 weeks ago at the BYU alumni game. He was one of the offensive coordinators. It was great to have him back.
What a coach.
Oh, he's awesome. Overpass and point put down. Oh, they gave it to BYU. Was there a net on USC? Wesley Smith pulled the Dikembe Mutombo there, wagging his finger.
Huh. I think it was over. But I think right now, for BYU being down this much, obviously a huge comeback in this fourth set would be amazing, but for them, they're thinking ahead to set 5, and they want momentum, and they want confidence. So they've got to earn that right here, because that 5th set being that quick 15 points, everything comes down to how you start.
Wesley Smith is 9 for 11 with 1 error. How does he not have a single block in this match? That's a weird number. But 9, check that, 9 for 10, no errors. Mosier just has to tip. Oh, and he got it. Okay, that works. It's like going through the fast food line. You didn't get your exact order, but you got something else you like. You're like, yeah, all right, that works.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah, we can all relate, you know?
Well, then here we go. Tafunga again. Big points to make up. He came in that second set at 23-19, brought them back to tie. Can he do it again?
No pressure. Sitting on 39 aces, 1 shy of Gabi Garcia Fernandez's 40 back in 2021. Roberts on serve receive. Parker Tompkinson with the stare down. 23-17 now USC. 2 points away for the Trojans to get to the 5th.
All right, and SC just wants to roll here. They're starting to feel better. They've had a great 4th set. Can they finish strong and take that into the 5th?
There's great news and terrible news for each team with the 5th. I'll tell you if we get there. Trevor Herget, 12 kills on 30 swings for him, getting the start tonight. Connor Oldaney will serve it up. His dad, Tony, was his high school coach. Has an ace in 4 of the last 6. That one was going to go out, kept alive.
Tompkinson,
and that's a nice out-of-system swing. Yeah, that was coming down hot off the basketball hoop. Trevor Herget inside of the block. So here we go again, 23-19.
Let's look at Tompkinson, though. Middle front. He's going to run and save that ball. Great effort from the big man in the middle.
Well, if he leans forward, that's 3 yards.
Feet, yeah.
Like looking like BYU quarterback Bear Bachmeier out there. Never goes back. Norm Chow told me that. He goes, oh, he's never tackled backwards. He's always falling forward. Big Bear Bachmeier, 6'2", 230. He's a big quarterback. So 23-19, big smile on his face. You'd like to think that a middle blocker, and you tell me, as a former USA and All-American and Hall of Fame middle blocker, Your favorite play, is it a stop block? Is it a kill? Or is it a dig you're not supposed to get like Parker Tompkinson just got a second ago?
Well, and you look at his effort, right?
No, you.
Oh, what did I like?
Yeah, what did you like?
Probably a big block or defense. Obviously, I'm old and played before liberos, so I got to play defense.
You played defense.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What were you going to say?
I was going to say for Tompkinson, he had to play that get up, get back to block. Like that's like beach level work, your effort in there as we look at Dylan Klein and the run he has gone on. Just quietly rolling, leads his team with 13 kills, still hitting 250. So if he can get going in the fifth, but yikes, what a hitter he has been. And then also serving, managing that serve. Just keeping it in and scoring points.
Last night he hit 233. That was his second lowest of the season. And for USC, it was just the fourth time they had been held under 300. Just fourth loss of the year. It was rare. They're a very good offensive team. They're one of the top blocking and digging teams in the country. That's why they're number 4 and 16-4 overall. So here we go, 23-19. For all you Monsters Inc. fans out there. And Parker Tompkinson puts another one away. He's up to 10 kills. How about the number 2 and 3 hitters right now? The middles in Tompkinson and Smith, those tall trees. Set point USC. Can hear the USC fans clapping. Christian Connell will serve as they try and get to the fifth. Now the BYU fans making some noise. Vic from Mosier did not get elevated there. Trevor Herget goes long and out. 25-19, we are going to a fifth. The good news is, if you're a USC fan, 3-1 in the fifth. Oh, we're seeing a challenge of net.
Challenge of touch.
Stand by. Wait just a sec. Challenge of touch.
From our angle, it did not look like it at all.
3 challenges. Here's why. But do they make it just a little bit slower getting to that with USC's momentum? That's what they've done with at least that challenge.
Or does Trevor Herget just bomb the serve?
Maybe he does. He goes 65, which is slow for him. Klein, tip, Tyler Herget. Mosier on 2. And now it's down to 3.
Well, and for every point that BYU can extend this fourth set, that just gains them a little more momentum to take into the fifth.
Good serve again. This is for the set. Roberts goes out. Oh, they're going to challenge BYU net. They are emphatic that BYU netted there. Now, they are down to their last challenge, by the way. So how many do you want in the fifth? You just got to get to the fifth if you're USC. And then if you don't, you're getting one. If they don't get this one, they'll have one anyway. But if they do win it, Herget. Tyler Herget. This is going to be another challenge that wins a set. Both USC challenges were won, sets were won on challenges. And that was as quick of a challenge as you could see. And USC wins. So 25-20 on the reversal, I believe. So we are going to 5. So here we go. O'Daney.
Oh, that's
roofed. USC with the stuff. 6th of the night.
Well, and you see just starting out, it's important to look at what rotation both these teams choose to start in, because that is their best scoring. They're going to go with their best. And you've got back there just really struggling to handle that first serve.
That's tight off the back of Klein.
It was smart for him to drop his hand.
We've seen that a couple times. Dykstra on the dig. Blanchette to Roberts. Jackson 5, too hot to handle. 2-0 USC with the Oppone. Roberts on the left side in this rotation.
Big smart plays. You feel that energy from SC. If they get one more point, BYU's calling a timeout.
A dude named Noah has the number 2. That's too good. Up to Tyler Herget. A.J. Cottle hits it in.
And how that went in, I think that hit on his wrist, but he was able to hit that back line. BYU needed that, and now they get back into one of their best scoring rotations. Tyler Herget, very consistent, scores a lot of points. Can he get USC in trouble?
Cottle 6 kills, 4 blocks, hitting .333. Tyler Herget is BYU's in row 1. Back row to Cottle, crushes that one.
Look at Dykstra, just steady there in the backcourt. Perfect pass, allowing every single option for Blanchette, who goes with the back row.
Gigi Prieto gave a yellow card to the USC bench. They came onto the court a little too far for her liking.
They're bringing a lot of energy, though, and that's great for this team.
The yellow doesn't do anything. It's just a warning. 3-1. Standing float from Dylan Klein again. Mosier off the block, and that was pushed way outside the antenna. He caught up to that. 3-2. And that's a new career high for Trent Mosier, 23 kills. He saved his best for senior night. Good pass from Klein. Gets it back, way off the block and out. 4-2 USC. Klein's 14th kill of the night.
And you almost feel like Klein was able to find that rhythm when he passes, right? A lot of times you will serve someone to get them out of their flow, but he handles that so well, and it was just so beautiful as he found that rhythm.
You insert him into the match unknowingly almost. Wesley Smith. One-on-one for Herget. Oh, but it goes out. No, Roberts. And it might have hit Herget on the way down. They might challenge. I thought it might have hit Herget too. Did it graze his shoulder?
But that looked in. Like it didn't even look close.
There is a challenge from USC. Oh, that's close. That looks like it's on the line. Real close. That looks like it's on the line right there. I also wonder if it hit Herget.
Yeah, and you look at that move from Roberts, right? The one-on-one dive into the angle. Just such a beautiful block.
It was a coldish day, I guess. Cottle. And boom goes the dynamite. 5-3.
And that first ball kill. And Cottle again, just going up against the 2 top middle blockers in the country and able to score. Now can he dial down that energy and keep this in? That's the problem, right? You feel so much adrenaline, and it's tough to go back there and then just ensure that that serve goes in.
20th service error for BYU tonight. 14 from USC. Noah Roberts, 4th-year junior, inserted into the match. 7 for 12, hitting .417.
Oh.
Ace! 7-3, Men of Troy. Timeout, BYU.
And there's something about an ace, especially when no one goes for it, right? That attacks your communication, and that gives a big win to SC.
We will step aside. BYU, some passing in there for BYU. They've struggled in this 5th set. And he's the guy that passes, runs into Trent Mosier, by the way. And Connor Oldaney gets the kill, 7-4. So he comes in, gets the pass, BYU scores.
Right, and that's when you are any of these players, whether you start or on the bench, your job is to come in and make a difference.
Tyler Herget just shifted Tufung at the last second to the right spot on the court in the front row. Chambers tries to put it down. Connell goes into the net, 2-point set. But Tyler Herget, the MVP there. Otherwise, Tufunga would have been out of rotation.
Well, I think Tufunga came in, right, subbing. He's
Where am I?
Where am I?
Timeout, SC. I'm telling you, at the last second, before the serve was in motion.
That's a setter, right? The
got him in the right spot.
Babysit everybody on the court. They got to know where everyone is. Right now for BYU, this is a big moment for them coming out of this break. Can they cut this to 1?
Tyler Herget, by the way, has got a busy summer. Not only is he graduating, he's going to work in accounting for Ernst Young. He's getting married in D.C. I mean, That's a lot of stuff. You're checking a lot of awesome boxes there. So congratulations to Tyler Herget. I got the unofficial invite to the wedding, by the way, last night by the family.
Nice.
Hey, if you're in D.C., you can come. I was like, I said, I guarantee you, if I'm there, I will come to the wedding. So congratulations to Tyler and family. The Big Show delivers highlights, post-game interviews, and complete analysis coming up next on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Of course, in the MPSF, several teams in the Big Ten representing USC, UCLA. It's interesting in that BYU's in the Big 12 and Stanford is in the ACC. So we got 3 different power leagues in this Mountain Pacific Sports Federation. Why aren't they in the Big 10 or the Big 12 or the ACC in men's volleyball? They don't have men's volleyball. And they've been in this league since 1993. It used to be even bigger. The Big West added men's volleyball years ago. It used to be the SEC and Big 10, if you will, in football, in one league in men's volleyball. That's what it was like. It was crazy. 7-5. Overpassed. Tompkinson, Fife there, BYU with a chance. Just sent over by Oldani. Will it cost the Cougars? No. Oldani. Yeah! In between Klein and Roberts, and look at BYU cutting it to 1.
Well, and for USC, in that rally, they set every single person except Dylan Klein. And I think you, in a fifth set, you go with your guy. You get the ball to Klein.
Agreed. 1-point set. Out. Hits the line judge, Dan Swenson, but like a pro, just takes it. They'll switch sides. 8-6 after that service error. BYU goes back-to-back 20-plus service error nights. And the season night 23 last night, 21 right now. Ohio State and Penn State from the Big Ten also play men's volleyball. Ohio State's in the MEVA and Penn State's in the EIVA. You need 6 teams to have a league. If there were 2 other Big Ten teams that sponsored volleyball, they could, in theory, have their own league.
Oh, and shouldn't there be? That would be amazing.
I actually hate that idea because I've loved the rivalries with UCLA and USC and BYU for a long time. Christian Connell. Oldani again. He's got 18.
You knew that ball was going to Oldani. The bench, USC bench is talking to him nonstop, and he's a guy that kind of thrives on that competition.
There's Tufunga. Has an ace tonight.
Oh, wow.
Gets another one, and that's 40 for the year. Tying Gabi Garcia Fernandez 2021, which is amazing that anybody could be tied with Gabi in anything with aces. Wow.
Well, that serve had pace, but it also had tail. You could see at the last second how it turned a bit and then just hit that sideline. That's a tough ball to pass.
8-8. High, far toss. Good one again. Dykstra pulls Blanchett out. And then Klein in the breadbasket of Mosher. Whiter wheat bread. 9-8.
Well, I think if you're a C, just go to Klein, right? He's got range, he's a gamer, and it is the end of the 5th. You go with your guy. Terrific shot, and although Mosher knew where it was going and got a handle on it, he couldn't control it.
The BYU student section, the rock where the Cougars trying to be distracting here. Tyler Herget high and far for Oldani. Fife on the cover. Mosher off the block, 9-9.
And Tufunga stepping in there with the butter set to the outside. Perfect.
We're going to get a yellow card to the BYU bench because they came out too far.
And the challenge from USC.
And a challenge from Jeff Nygaard. Good point. So right now it's BYU's point, 9-9. Challenge of foot fault, question mark? I think they're going to challenge.
Oh, on the center line.
On the center. Interesting.
See if he
so there's
was
some
under on that play.
So the non-gray area is if your complete foot goes over, it's the other team's point. But there's a gray area of if you partially go under and you don't kind of mess with anybody, you're okay. So what are we looking at here exactly? Okay, so perhaps Connor O'Daney.
But that one he landed, actually. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
that's a smart call.
He's clear there.
He saved it. But I think that's
BYU keeps the point, 9-9.
a solid challenge.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Well, I think at 9-9, break it up, right? You could feel all of that momentum heading to BYU. Ken Cole-Hauser coming in off the bench. Keep that ball in, keep that pressure. This point right here, so critical.
Because they get an extra one, we believe BYU has 3 and USC is down to 1 challenge. Dylan Klein is stuffed and BYU has taken the lead. They have not led since 3-2 in the 4th.
And that's huge. If you get a look at Coach Olmstead after this block, watch him run almost onto the court. He has been talking to A.J. Cottle all night long. Drop that left hand. What a time to do it.
Cole-Hauser in to serve. And they get a good serve at 61. Dylan Klein over the top. Better offense, 10-10. He's got 16 kills, equaling his total last night.
Well, and what a match. Game to 5, tied at 10. It's going down to the wire. You can hear the energy in the crowd.
This is what we love from MPSF men's volleyball, baby. Mosier hangs, still alive. It's got to go over on this one. And USC gets the point. A double called.
Because that ball
went over.
Right, yep. Exactly. That's a tough one from Cottle. But if you look, now we're back around in the rotation. Blanchette back there to serve. He got too early to start this off.
Yeah, Cottle on the double.
Antenna.
Mosier outside the antenna, so back-to-back errors by BYU. And SC 3 points away. Timeout BYU, their final one of the set. Unforced errors, and USC up 12-10 on a 3-0 run late in the 5th set, and this place is quiet.
Right, and you look at how that it's so important in the 5th set where you start in the rotation, because not everyone gets to serve 2 times. So you're going to start your guys who you feel like can score. Blanchette came out, scored 2, and now he scored 2 again as he's been back to serve.
We'll take a look at the numbers of the impact players with Klein and Mosier. That's a career high for Mosier. 24 kills. By the way, new career high for Trevor Herget as well with 14 kills, although he got pulled here for more passing from Talon Jonathan Tufunga and serving. And so Dylan Klein trying to lead his guys in a comeback after losing the first set and being down 2-1. BYU took a moment ago, but SC with 3 straight. 3 points away for USC to try and get the split here in Provo against BYU. Again, massive matches for both next week to end the regular season. USC home and road with Pepperdine, BYU 2 at UCLA.
Well, I think BYU in the 2-hitter situation with Herget in the front row, you know, it feels like it's got to be Mosier at this point. But if you're SC, you feel like it's got to be Mosier. And so will they triple up on that side? It's going to be tough for O'Daney to get around on the D-ball, but most important is that pass, this first contact from both USC and BYU.
Blanchette catches Tufunga high, pulls Herget away, and it's a tough set, and it's set all the way out. The tough pass from the start, and how about 3 unforced errors in a row by BYU? 2 points away for the Trojans.
And BYU's really had trouble with Blanchette's serve. Kind of that.
It's knuckleish.
Yeah, it is.
Catches him again, pulls him out 11 feet away. Mosier off the block, they reset. This time in system, Mosier puts it away. 13-11, 25 kills for Trent Mosier on senior night.
And here BYU now rotates into their row 1 with Herget serving their best server. They've got their 2 best hitters in the front row.
Plus Cottle. Blanchette way off the net as well. Fife. Can BYU turn it? Mosier. Stuffed! Match point, the triple block. Says nay from USC. 14-11. Dylan Klein, the standing serve. Tight. Oldaney gets it down the line in front of Blanchette. He's got 19. His 4th kill in the set.
And just handling that ball that was really tight to the net. USC needs one pass right here to take it.
Mosier needs a good serve. And he serves it out, and that'll do it. 15-12. USC fights on and comes back to beat BYU in the 5th. They get the split in Provo. They were down 2-1, and USC wins.
And what a fight in this gym.
Hello? Cô ghê, thích chừng cô.
Chắc cô ra nhớ, ôi bà ngoan nói gì nhớ.
Đấy.
Anh nghĩ không?
Không, bên hoa bà Vân.
Cho bà đầu của là cái thau thiếu.
Tuấn Đình băng hoạn đỡ mi.
Đặt cái chúa lên phá thì nó đáng lắm.
Tại yến đường họ đang một cuộc lý cái. Dạ lúc mang của mày kìa. Hô cô lấy. Sợ Bạn này
công nhận rằng bây giờ chúng ta xây một kênh Airplay bằng AI nó rất đơn giản so với trước kia. Các bạn chỉ cần có một tấm ảnh như thế này thôi, AI nó có thể tạo ra cho bạn một cái video hoàn chỉnh, có âm thanh, có giọng nói, có nhạc nền.
Tổng thống Mỹ Donald Trump hôm 10 tháng 4 cho biết Mỹ sẽ sớm gây tác động để mở cửa eo biển Hormuz trong bối cảnh Washington và Tehran đang chuẩn bị ngồi vào bàn đàm phán. Eo biển sẽ được mở, nếu không thì Iran cũng chẳng có tiền. Nhưng điều đạt được là Iran không sở hữu vũ khí hạt nhân. Nhưng dù sao, chúng tôi cũng sẽ mở eo biển. Nhưng đừng quên là chúng tôi không sử dụng eo biển, các nước khác sử dụng eo biển. Vì vậy chúng tôi có các nước khác tham gia và họ sẽ giúp đỡ, nhưng chúng tôi sẽ không dùng đến eo biển Hormuz, sẽ không dễ dàng đâu. Kế hoạch dự phòng của ngài là gì nếu... Tôi không cần kế hoạch dự phòng. Phái đoàn đàm phán của Iran đã đến Islamabad hôm 10 tháng 4 để tham gia đàm phán hòa bình với Mỹ, ngay cả khi Iran đặt ra một số biện pháp mà nước này yêu cầu phải được giải quyết trước, đề ra nghi ngờ vào phút chót về các cuộc họp sắp diễn ra tại Pakistan. Thủ tướng Pakistan Shehbaz Sharif cùng ngày cho biết các cuộc đàm phán giữa Mỹ và Iran tại Islamabad sẽ là bước ngoặt để thành bại trong việc đạt được lệnh ngừng bắn lâu dài trong cuộc xung đột kéo dài nhiều tuần ở Trung Đông. Một lệnh ngừng bắn tạm thời đã được công bố, nhưng hiện tại giai đoạn còn khó khăn hơn nhiều là đạt được lệnh ngừng bắn vĩnh viễn, đó là giải quyết các vấn đề rối rắm thông qua đàm phán, mà giai đoạn này là giai đoạn một mất một còn. Trung tâm Islamabad đã bị phong tỏa hoàn toàn. Chính quyền công bố hôm 11 tháng 4 là ngày nghỉ chung và thiết lập vùng an ninh, vùng đỏ, bán kính 3 km xung quanh khách sạn nơi diễn ra cuộc đàm phán. Các cuộc đàm phán dự kiến vào ngày 11 tháng 4 sẽ tập trung vào việc gia hạn lệnh ngừng bắn kéo dài hơn 2 tuần hiện tại và giảm căng thẳng trong khu vực. Các quan chức Pakistan từ chối cho biết thời gian chính xác phái đoàn Iran do Chủ tịch Quốc hội Mohammad Bagher Khalibaf dẫn đầu sẽ đến. Trong khi đó, phái đoàn Mỹ do Phó Tổng thống ToDay dẫn đầu dự kiến sẽ có mặt kịp thời cho các cuộc thảo luận vào ngày 11 tháng 4.
Reuters ngày 4 tháng 4 dẫn 3 nguồn thạo tin cho hay đã báo cáo tình báo gần đây của Mỹ cảnh báo rằng Iran khó có thể sớm mở lại eo biển Hormuz. Các nguồn tin cho hay các báo cáo tình báo của Mỹ đưa ra cảnh báo như trên là vì cho rằng việc kiểm soát eo biển Hormuz là đòn bẩy thực sự duy nhất mà Iran có đối với Mỹ. Một trong 3 nguồn tin bình luận rằng chắc chắn là giờ đây khi Iran nhận thấy rõ quyền lực và ảnh hưởng của mình đối với eo biển này, họ sẽ không sớm từ bỏ nó. Họ từ chối tiết lộ chi tiết về cơ quan nào đã đưa ra các đánh giá như trên. Cơ quan tình báo trung ương Mỹ CIA chưa đưa ra phản hồi ngay lập tức về yêu cầu bình luận từ Reuters. Hiện cũng chưa có thông tin phản ứng từ Iran. Cảnh báo mới cho thấy Tehran có thể tiếp tục kiểm soát chặt giao thông qua eo biển Hormuz để giữ giá năng lượng ở mức cao như một biện pháp gây áp lực lên Tổng thống Mỹ Donald Trump nhằm tìm ra lối thoát nhanh chóng cho cuộc chiến đã kéo dài gần 5 năm. Chi phí năng lượng tăng cao có nguy cơ làm gia tăng lạm phát ở Mỹ, tạo ra gánh nặng chính trị cho Tổng thống Trump khi ông phải đối mặt với tỷ lệ ủng hộ thấp và đảng Cộng hòa của ông đang chuẩn bị cho cuộc bầu cử giữa nhiệm kỳ vào tháng 11. Theo Reuters, các báo cáo cũng cung cấp dấu hiệu mới nhất cho thấy cuộc chiến nhằm xóa sổ sức mạnh quân sự của Iran trên thực tế có thể làm tăng ảnh hưởng khu vực của nước này bằng cách cho thấy khả năng đe dọa tuyến đường thủy quan trọng này của Tehran. Trước đó, vào ngày 3 tháng 4, một quan chức Nhà Trắng cho Reuters hay ông Trump tự tin rằng eo biển sẽ sớm được mở lại và đã nói rõ rằng Iran sẽ không được phép điều tiết tuyến đường thủy này sau xung đột. Lực lượng vệ binh cách mạng Hồi giáo Iran đã sử dụng nhiều chiến thuật khác nhau để khiến việc vận chuyển thương mại qua eo biển Hormuz trở nên quá nguy hiểm kể từ khi Tổng thống Trump và Thủ tướng Israel Benjamin Netanyahu phát động cuộc chiến vào ngày 28 tháng 2. Từ việc tấn công các tàu dân sự và giải thủy lôi đến việc đòi phí qua lại, Iran thực tế đã phong tỏa giao thông qua eo biển Hormuz. Giới chuyên gia cho rằng một chiến dịch quân sự nhằm mở lại eo biển Hormuz sẽ gây ra nhiều rủi ro tiềm ẩn đáng kể. Eo biển Hormuz chia cắt Iran và Oman. Eo biển này rộng 33 km ở điểm hẹp nhất, nhưng luồng hàng hải chỉ rộng 3 km theo cả hai hướng, khiến tàu thuyền và binh sĩ dễ trở thành mục tiêu. Theo Reuters dẫn lời một số chuyên gia, ngay cả khi lực lượng Mỹ chiếm được bờ biển và các đảo phía nam Iran, lực lượng vệ binh cách mạng Hồi giáo Iran vẫn có thể tấn công họ và duy trì được kiểm soát eo biển Hormuz, ở đây có nhiều máy và tên lửa phóng từ sâu bên trong Iran. Một số chuyên gia còn cho rằng ngay cả sau xung đột, Iran có thể thực hiện khả năng kiểm soát qua eo biển Hormuz vì họ sẽ cần phải tái thiết và việc thu phí qua lại đối với tàu thuyền thương mại sẽ là một phương tiện để gây quỹ tái thiết. Trong một podcast của tạp chí Foreign Affairs hôm 2 tháng 4, cựu giám đốc CIA Wilbur dự đoán rằng Tehran sẽ tìm cách duy trì đòn bẩy mà họ đã giành lại được bằng cách làm gián đoạn giao thông qua eo biển Hormuz. Ông Burns còn cho rằng Iran sẽ tìm cách sử dụng khả năng kiểm soát tuyến đường thủy này để giành được sự răn đe lâu dài và cách đảm bảo an ninh trong bất kỳ thỏa thuận hòa bình nào với Mỹ, và để đạt được một số lợi ích vật chất trực tiếp như thu phí qua lại để có tiền cho quá trình phục hồi sau xung đột. Ông nhận định điều đó tạo ra một cuộc đàm phán thực sự khó khăn ngay bây giờ.
Nếu NATO có thể giúp được, rõ ràng là NATO luôn sẵn sàng. Tổng thư ký NATO Mark Rutte hôm 9 tháng 4 cho biết một số thành viên của liên minh ban đầu đã hơi chậm trong việc cung cấp hỗ trợ cho Mỹ tại Iran. Công bằng mà nói, họ cũng hơi bất ngờ. Nhưng ông nói thêm rằng hiện đã có sự hỗ trợ lớn, bao gồm căn cứ và hậu cần. Những bình luận được đưa ra một lời sau cuộc gặp tại Nhà Trắng giữa Tổng thư ký Rutte với Tổng thống Mỹ Donald Trump, người đã chỉ trích các đồng minh châu Âu trong những tuần gần đây với những gì ông cho là sự ủng hộ không đầy đủ. Reuters dẫn lời các nhà ngoại giao cho biết ông Rutte đã nói với các chính phủ châu Âu rằng ông Trump muốn có thêm những cam kết cụ thể trong vòng vài ngày liên quan đến việc giúp bảo vệ eo biển Hormuz. Ông Rutte cũng đang nỗ lực xử lý một cuộc khủng hoảng sau khi ông Trump cho biết ông đang xem xét rút khỏi liên minh trên đại dương gồm 32 thành viên. Hôm 9 tháng 4, một quan chức cao Nhà Trắng nói với Reuters rằng ông Trump đã thảo luận với các cố vấn về phương án rút khỏi khối binh sĩ Mỹ khỏi châu Âu. Quan chức giấu tên này cho biết chưa có quyết định nào được đưa ra và Nhà Trắng chưa chỉ đạo Lầu Năm Góc vạch ra các kế hoạch cụ thể cho việc cắt giảm quân số trên lục địa châu Âu. Các nhà lãnh đạo châu Âu hiện đang đứng trước áp lực phải thể hiện được họ đang nhanh chóng lập ra các kế hoạch hữu hình để giúp bảo vệ eo biển Hormuz. Các nước trong Liên minh NATO công nhận và tôi công nhận chúng ta đang ở trong một giai đoạn thay đổi sâu sắc của Liên minh trên Đại Tây Dương. Châu Âu đang đảm nhận một phần trách nhiệm lớn hơn, công bằng hơn liên quan đến nhiệm vụ đảm bảo khả năng phòng thủ thông thường của mình. Nhiều nước NATO ở châu Âu đã tuyên bố họ sẵn sàng giúp đỡ tại eo biển Hormuz, nhưng chỉ khi tình hình bất thù địch hơn và có một thỏa thuận với Iran rằng tàu thuyền của họ sẽ không bị tấn công.
Ngày hôm nay dự kiến sẽ diễn ra đàm phán theo thỏa thuận ngừng bắn giữa Mỹ và Iran. Tuy nhiên, ngay trước thềm cuộc đàm phán, thì lãnh đạo hai nước vẫn đưa ra những tuyên bố cứng rắn, đặc biệt là liên quan tới việc lưu thông qua eo biển Hormuz.
Trong thông điệp đầu tiên, bằng văn bản, sau khi lệnh ngừng bắn kéo dài 2 tuần giữa Mỹ và Iran được công bố, lãnh đạo tối cao của Iran, ông Mojtaba Khamenei khẳng định nước Cộng hòa Hồi giáo không tìm kiếm chiến tranh, nhưng sẽ bảo vệ các quyền hợp pháp của mình và sẽ xem xét tất cả các mặt trận kháng chiến như một thể thống nhất. Lãnh đạo tối cao của Iran cũng khẳng định Iran đang bước vào một kỷ nguyên mới với việc quản lý eo biển Hormuz. Về phần mình, trong loạt bài đăng trên mạng xã hội, Tổng thống Mỹ Donald Trump cáo buộc Iran vi phạm các điều khoản của thỏa thuận ngừng bắn 2 tuần, nhất là việc chưa mở lại eo biển chiến lược Hormuz cho tàu thuyền lưu thông. Cũng theo nhà lãnh đạo Mỹ, Iran không được thu phí tàu thuyền đi qua eo biển này và rằng các vấn đề liên quan đến thu phí qua eo biển Hormuz không phải là thỏa thuận đã có giữa hai nước. Theo dữ liệu theo dõi hàng hải, chỉ có 10 tàu thuyền đi qua eo biển Hormuz kể từ khi lệnh ngừng bắn có hiệu lực hôm 8 tháng 4. Việc mở cửa hoàn toàn tuyến đường thủy quan trọng này là điểm mấu chốt gây tranh cãi trước thềm các cuộc đàm phán giữa Mỹ và Iran. Các bên trung gian và môi giới hàng hải cho biết Iran yêu cầu tàu hàng phải thỏa thuận trước về phí quá cảnh, sau đó thanh toán bằng tiền điện tử hoặc đồng nhân dân tệ. Mức phí phụ thuộc vào kích thước tàu, bao gồm phí quá cảnh cơ bản, hộ tống an ninh và xử lý hành chính. Trong cuộc họp báo diễn ra hôm qua, người phát ngôn của Ủy ban châu Âu đã phản đối việc thu phí qua eo biển Hormuz, khẳng định quyền tự do hàng hải là lợi ích công cộng cần được đảm bảo.
Thủ tướng Israel Benjamin Netanyahu đã chỉ đạo nội các nước này triển khai các cuộc đàm phán trực tiếp với Liban. Tuyên bố đưa ra sau khi Tổng thống Mỹ Donald Trump đề nghị Israel giảm cường độ chiến dịch nhằm vào Liban để đảm bảo thành công cho cuộc đàm phán giữa Mỹ và Iran. Thủ tướng Israel đã nêu rõ các cuộc đàm phán nhằm đạt được hai mục tiêu. Thứ nhất là giải giáp Hezbollah. Thứ hai, đạt được một thỏa thuận hòa bình bền vững mang tính lịch sử giữa Israel và Liban. Truyền thông Mỹ cho biết là đàm phán trực tiếp giữa Israel và Liban sẽ diễn ra vào tuần tới tại Washington của Mỹ dưới sự bảo trợ của Mỹ. Trong cuộc họp nội các ngày hôm qua, chính phủ Liban đã chỉ đạo quân đội và các lực lượng an ninh tăng cường kiểm soát thủ đô Beirut. Thủ tướng Salam yêu cầu phải đảm bảo rằng việc nắm giữ vũ khí chỉ thuộc thẩm quyền của các cơ quan nhà nước. Tuy nhiên, thì hai đại diện của lực lượng Hezbollah tham gia nội các đã phản đối yêu cầu này. Bộ trưởng Ngoại giao Trung Quốc Vương Nghị đã có chuyến công du đầu tiên tới Triều Tiên sau 6 năm. Tại đây thì ông đã có cuộc hội đàm với người đồng cấp Triều Tiên Choi Seung-hee. Hai người đứng đầu ngành ngoại giao của Trung Quốc và Triều Tiên khẳng định theo đuổi cam kết của lãnh đạo hai nước về việc làm sâu sắc thêm quan hệ Bình Nhưỡng Bắc Kinh, đồng thời nhấn mạnh quan hệ song phương đã được nâng lên một tầm cao mới sau hội nghị thượng đỉnh giữa Chủ tịch Quốc vụ Triều Tiên Kim Jong-un và Chủ tịch Trung Quốc Tập Cận Bình vào hồi năm ngoái. Bên cạnh đó, hai bộ trưởng cũng nhất trí đẩy mạnh và đa dạng hóa các hoạt động giao lưu hợp tác nhân kỷ niệm 65 năm ngày ký kết hiệp ước hữu nghị hợp tác và Theo AFP, trong cuộc trả lời phỏng vấn với đài truyền hình NBC News, Chủ tịch Cuba Miguel Díaz-Canel hôm 9 tháng 4 tuyên bố ông sẽ không từ chức dưới áp lực của Mỹ và kêu gọi đối thoại một cách cởi mở. Theo bản dịch lời phát biểu, ông Díaz-Canel nói, chúng tôi có một quốc gia tự do, có chủ quyền. Chúng tôi có quyền tự quyết và độc lập và chúng tôi không bị lệ thuộc vào các kế hoạch của Mỹ. Ông cũng nhấn mạnh rằng chính phủ Mỹ với chính sách thù địch chống lại Cuba không thể đòi hỏi bất cứ điều gì từ Cuba. Washington đã tiến hành một chiến dịch gây sức ép lên Cuba, áp đặt một cuộc phong tỏa.
Mình vô quay video xích lấy.
Nhà đang chuẩn bị nào rồi?
Quay video xính. Đúng máy. Quay khỏi đó mà không. Lấy nhau băng bớt khi anh. Ngựa cọ ngựa kỵ nhau. Quay lúc bốc nó quay đầu ở bên kia anh.
Lệ băng ở hả?
Mừng mấy thang với thang anh.
Nào đâu mất?
Khỏi đó mà không.
Ừ.
Mission: clear all targets.
Là Trời ơi, tôi quên.
Khi nó tự uống lồn.
Sorry to win. Hell, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
thích gọi như nào thì gọi. Không trong đầu chứ là tháng là sao rồi cá nó còn không
Sorry to win.
Sorry to win.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gì đấy? Thôi rồi. Nếu lỡ một ngày anh chết, bọn em sẽ rất buồn. Không. Nhớ những kỷ niệm năm xưa mà giọt nước mắt tuốt trào.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Con thằng đấy biết hình dung chưa? Này mày vừa lắm, ngu này. Giết chủ mà. Đá. Trưởng rồi, được thế. Mấy chương trình là này nè. Ui trời, mặt nét rồi. Đủ cái nữa. Quay được. Đúng đi chơi bắn. Mày ở này có. Mất cái giáp rồi đó. Rồi, Tùng Hàng chuẩn bị xong rồi nè. Đá nó lên. Bắt cho con vậy cho nó
Sorry, don't win.
con vàng không? Út 11. Tao nè. Làm cái gì vậy? Cái gì? Đúng mất thời buổi nào trong cái này, trời ơi. Thầy nó mới xong dùm á. Cái đứa sinh viên cái này xong dùm. À. Nè, mày nhìn tao nè.
10,
Lên.
9, 8,
Đặng
7,
hung thủy gì nó lên.
1.
Đấy. Rồi, đọc máy giúp luôn. À, chị đá một thêm rồi giúp nè.
to win.
Hệt 4 con này.
Ten, nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Nha.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
bên kia. Phải lò.
Now, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lên đi bạn ơi, lên đi bạn ơi. Bạn ơi, lên đi bạn. Lên con cà.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
cái gì con mẹ mày. Hai con cạp cái đầu thì sáng đặt cái con cặp lên con lồn cái game văn minh tí anh em ơi. Đầu bắn trống đéo rồi. Không có nhờ.
Georgia win.
Gần lấy top được rồi, vô theo top 250 kêu.
10, 9, 8,
Thế tốt anh cho 1 triệu.
1,
Tất cả nguyên số.
3.
Mẹ vô theo top 250 kêu.
Chết mẹ mày.
Bắn thì một cặp thì đuổi lấy tốt. Bắn như cái đầu ủi.